What's up, crypto legends? In today's episode, we are analyzing the situation for the stock market, Bitcoin, and today's the big day of the CPI data, and they're expecting 5.1%, currently at 6%, so that is a drop of 0.9%. If this were to be true, then we are expecting a huge, massive pump for the stock market that we'll be analyzing today on what are the potential scenarios, and of course, taking a look at Bitcoin also. Bitcoin, we did have a really nice trade on yesterday's live stream, talking about that failed breakout from the highs to have that major drop and played out really nicely. We're going to talk about some major levels to watch out today, so make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. Let's dive in here straight into what is going on today. In the next coming hours, right now, about 3 hours from now, we are going to have the CPI data coming out. It is expected that it's going to be 5.1%. If it is going to be around about 5.1, 5.2, it is likely going to have a good reaction with the stock market. However, if it's going to be much more than that, at 5.5%, for example, the market is likely going to get a correction, okay? And of course, the best case scenario, what if it's 4.9%, inflation goes down 1.1% in 1 month? Of course, the price action of the stock market, Bitcoin, a few markets are going to absolutely skyrocket. I don't think that is going to be the case. We're not going to go that low. But obviously, if they are expecting 5.1, then we could be very close to that. And we can expect a market pump. Like I said, if it's higher, we're going to see a market crash very, very likely. So we'll be paying attention here to see what happens. I'll be likely doing a live stream, okay? And take a look at the stock market, okay? We can see we are beautifully holding this low over here of 4,100 points, getting that small little double bottom, as you can see here on the price. We talked about this inverted head and shoulder scenario, and I think that the price is going to go higher. Of course, today is a critical day with the CPI coming out, because it could break all the technicals. We could have a massive big drop or a massive fake out and then back up. But what we are expecting here are the levels once they are hit. Of course, if it were to be extremely bullish, we could have a massive move to the upside, even going up in between 50 and 100 points here on the S&P 500. It's very likely to get that massive pump, all right, if it were to be the case of 5%, 5.1%. So what if we do get that pump? Well, of course, the biggest resistance levels are the February highs. As you can see, these highs are not being tested. I've been waiting here for the last couple of weeks after this range here of the breakout of the inverse head and shoulder, that my final destination, okay, on the stock market is actually reaching here above 4,200 points. Today might be the day if inflation is going to be extremely low. On the bearish case scenario then, guys, we just have to expect, the possibility of actually breaking the monthly level right over here at 4,093 points, and even the resistance zone that had been proven to be resistance here February and March, as you can see here on the chart. So there is that possibility, okay, of the market coming all the way down there. I'll be doing a live stream with the CPI data coming out, because we're going to watch that volatility. We're going to see the numbers coming out, and then we can take some decisions on what is the most likely scenario for the next direction. For the moment, right now, if we did not have the news, I'm expecting higher, even though we correct down here again. I'm expecting this level to be hit in the next coming days or couple of weeks. Okay, we could consolidate here for a little bit longer, just because the bullish price action that we have been forming for the last few weeks does mean that we are likely going to go to higher levels. Remember, guys, the best trading platform for crypto for me is BuyBit. You can get $30,000 worth of bonus to be claimed once you sign up with the link down below in the description. You will have the instructions to claim this bonus to pay fees and losses. So let's go through here right away on Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing at this moment? Well, we do have some strong resistance levels. On yesterday's live stream, and this happened live, we were talking about that shorting opportunity here after having this failed breakout attempt. We never know if this is actually going to be a failed breakout, but for the moment, we did get that move up, then coming back down beneath the lows from the 11th of April's high right over here, just round about $30,500. Okay, just testing this high. If we go to the lower time frames, getting that test of the highs as you can see here, and then failing to break out, talking about that short position on the live stream playing out really, really nicely for the community. So what can we expect right now over here? Well, we have a massive consolidation from yesterday, and we are getting a bit of resistance here from the point of control from yesterday. If I do get the session volume profile, we can see that point of control from yesterday is exactly where we got a bit of resistance. We got a weekly level that is holding very nicely as support. And if the bulls want to continue with this uptrend without a deep correction, we need to manage to stay above the weekly level. If we start breaking beneath the structure here of the consolidation that we have had in between yesterday and today in the next coming hours and break it with solid move down with some pretty decent volume continuation to the downside to hit larger support levels, okay, is very, very likely. Of course, this will be discussed on the live stream, okay, but if we do get that breakout, we know that we are likely going to go to lower levels, potentially to hit this consolidation range right over here that we did have on the 10th of April. If we do get the session volume profile, we can see that point of control from this day before having the breakout is exactly at 29,200 almost, which was the highs that was created just a few weeks ago. Okay, so that is a big major level. If we start breaking solidly here, the weekly level with high volume, we could expect that deeper correction after the massive move we've had, guys. Okay, so there's not gonna, this is not bad news. It's just Bitcoin having a larger correction after this huge massive pump that we've had of several $1,000s for the last few days. So this is what I'm expecting here. We should be holding the weekly. There is a possibility of failing to break out here. So we are paying close attention here once that CPI data comes out, because there is a possibility, all right, and not breaking out successfully this level and then finally continue to the upside to test these highs over here. Of course, that is another level that I'm watching for, the highs right over here, and also the value area high from May of 2022, right? The only resistance levels that we do have right now are these ones over here. This entire range is a huge resistance, but we need to go with the volume that has been created at this range, okay? And if we do get the value area from this range, okay, we do know that that value area high is around about the $30,700, $30,800, and that could be a strong resistance level. And if we do zoom in, of course, on this price action, what we could expect, okay, is hitting these highs, all right? And this is going to be seen on the CPI data, right? It might be extremely bullish. I mean, we might hit this high, value area high from May, and fail to break out this high over here again, okay? All depending on what price action we do create here in the next coming hours. If we were to get that pump, then, I will be paying very close attention, and it might be in the live stream, guys, okay? So make sure to subscribe to the channel to see how I am looking to play this market. On the other side, guys, like I said, we need to hold this range. These are the last higher lows after creating this high. So if we do, we are just holding it nicely today, as you can see. If it breaks down with a large amount of volume, we could expect a larger correction potentially to the consolidation here at the $29,200 range, okay? Not much more to be said, guys. These are potential day trade scenarios that we're looking for, and I will see you in the live stream.